So, ladies and gentlemen, your next bout this evening to be fought over three-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome Callum McVay.
So, fight fans, you are here with us at Full Contact Contender at the Reebok Arena, and our next fight tonight is in the bantamweight division. A UAR rules match up between Callum McVay fighting out of 12 gauge versus Ryan Robertson fighting out of Sesku Academy. And making his way to the cage at the moment is Callum McVay. Jamie, can you tell us a little bit about Callum?
Yeah, I can tell you quite a lot about Callum actually. He's again another tough kid coming out of 12 gauge under Matt Thorpe, M1 UK team, elite Matt Thorpe. And basically, you know, the gym has just over the last couple of years really transpired into something brilliant. And you know, they've got some great fighters down there. They've got some good champions. Ian Buckley's one of the guys down there, but however, had to pull out of this card, which was very, very unfortunate. Was going for the welterweight title, you know. But Callum's a very tough kid, 19-year-old, and he's already had 5 fights. I think that says a lot, Jez.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 19. He's been training for 2 years. Yeah, it's his first time here at FCC, but yeah, I mean, he's very dedicated to it. Nice kid, chatting to him yesterday, very relaxed, very confident. You know, he's dedicating everything at the moment to his game, you know, training 6 times a week and looking to come here to the biggest show in the Northwest in the UK for the amateurs and make his mark here in the bantamweight division.
His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, please welcome Ryan Robinson.
No, folks, you're not seeing double. If you've been with us all evening and watched a number of the events so far, this is Ryan Robinson, the twin brother of Jamie Robinson, who we've seen fight today, hopefully looking to change the fortunes of the family. But yeah, Ryan is 20, comes out of Sesku Academy, comes from Pontefract, has a 3-1 record so far and looking to move 4-1, but a tough opponent in front of him with Callum McVay. But Jamie, can you tell us a little bit more about Ryan and what we can expect to see from him here?
Oh yeah, mate, we've seen Ryan Robinson several times on FCC. He fought in a really great fight against David Hodgkinson from FCPC. Really tough fight that was. He ended up getting the decision on it, and he had a very torrid last round, which he had to sort of weather the storm, which he did very well. You know, he's got a proven chin, and we can see, you know, this is going to be a great fight. It's always a tough fight against someone from 12 gauge though. You know, they've got very good wrestling, jiu-jitsu and stand-up. It's a mixed martial arts gym. Now, I don't know a great deal about the Sesku Academy, but I know Ryan Robinson has been training under Daz Morris.
Yeah, and that's going to be very important coming into this fight. Soon enough, we'll find out. We'll hand over to Voice of Vale for the official introductions.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our next contest will be fought over 3-minute rounds under amateur mixed martial arts rules. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the cage today with a mixed martial arts record of 3 victories, 1 defeat and 1 draw. Representing 12 gauge MMA from Manchester, Callum McVay. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He enters the cage with a mixed martial arts record of 3 victories and 1 defeat. Representing Sesku Academy from Pontefract, Ryan Robinson. Our referee in charge of the action, Mr. Dean Weir.
This bantamweight bout is brought to you by Chaos Custom Fit Mouthguards. Don't just create it, wear it. You can visit them at their website, www.chaossports.co.uk.
Okay, Callum McVay in the white sprawl shorts with the blue trim, and Ryan Robinson in the blue bad boys. Here we go. Big overrun right there from Callum McVay, wanting to move forward.
Just a quick mention about Ryan Robinson. We have seen him fight a number of times. You touched on it earlier. He's fought at featherweight, making his debut at flyweight. And
he's took some shots there though, Jez. He's got to be very, very careful. You know, Ryan's got to be very careful. He took a couple of big shots there on his way in. Got a nice tie plum there, but he's now given up his back. Now that you don't want to do this with a 12 gauge, boy.
No, he overcommitted there for the takedown. Has ended up in a dangerous position. McVay looking to secure the back, get that second hook in, which he's done now.
And that's a great roll into that as well to take his back. You see how he rolled into it to get his other leg in. I know he's not quite got the hook in yet, but the reason he rolled is because he's now got the full back.
Absolutely, and he's got plenty of time on his hands. Ryan Robinson just needs to be careful here. He's doing everything he needs to at the moment. He's covering up well.
He is indeed. He's going into the sort of the fetal position now, and he's going to take some knees though, and that is something I like to see from amateur fighters. I like to see him, you know, because they can't obviously expose the elbows from there, but instead they can drop them knees, you know, and it needs to be done a bit more. Callum McVay in top control now though.
Yeah, and nice position. He's a very patient fighter, isn't he? Just waiting for the right opportunity. He's benefiting from being right near his corner, which is always a huge asset. But you know, Ryan Robinson doing well at the moment, not giving away much for his opponent to take. So
yeah, he's Callum McVay is taking his time, although he just tried to jump on his back there. Got to be very careful doing that because you can be flipped straight off. But you know, Robinson's definitely in the precarious position at the minute. Got to be very, very careful. What he needs to do is he needs to take that left arm, he needs to swing it over the back of the head, and then he can sort of spin out then and end up in top position.
But Callum McVay very much looking to get the back here.
And now he's out.
But great work there from Robinson. Was very patient, didn't rush, didn't worry, and then that shows his experience. You know, he's 3-1, had 4 fights now, so you know they all come into play. And like you're saying, against David Hodgkinson, get my words out, from FCPC, it was a very tough fight, and you know, he would have learnt a huge amount from that.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan's made the drop down to bantamweight. He feels a lot more comfortable at that weight. Again, you know, him and his brother both made you know rather drastic drops over the past year or so. But I think since he's been on Daz Morris, he feels a lot more confident, and you know, he's getting the real training that he needs now. Yeah,
you're right. So you just brought up a good point there. I think I said he was in the flyweight earlier, but no, you're right. Here is a very tough fight in the bantamweight, and he's really going from it, really looking to stamp some authority. But McVay coming in there with some nice shots, catching him.
That was a really good round, Jez. And you know, with your expertise there, who would you go for that round, and why?
Why? Good question. I think we've just got to give it to Callum McVay. I think he's controlled that fight well. He was patient, he had the dominance. Obviously, he was looking for the back, was able to secure that on a couple of occasions, but nothing really materialised from that. But credit to Ryan Robinson for cancelling out really any significant threat that was posed in that position. But a very close round so far, but it's got to go to Callum McVay in my eyes, but only just. Very much leaves this fight open to the second round. It's all to play for.
Yeah, in the corner of Ryan Robinson there, Daz Morris, and in the corner of Callum McVay is a 12 gauge head coach Matt Thorpe, and also Simon Holm as well, who was a very, very good unified amateur fighter as well.
So where do we think this is going then, Jamie? I mean, we haven't really been able to see a huge amount from the opening round, in all fairness. So it's a very close matchup. Do you expect to see us on its feet, or you know, go to the ground?
I expect Callum to be comfortable to go back to the ground, because he looked very comfortable there. He was ravishing on the, you know, from his back, and ended up taking top position quite a lot. Now, however, I think Ryan needs to keep this standing.
Yeah, agreed. I think you know, we talked about him spending some time with Daz Morris over at Sandy Holt, doing a lot of Thai boxing, and I think you know we want to put that into practice, which he's doing now. Some stinging kicks there.
I just said that though. I think Ryan is very open. He's not putting his guard up as he's throwing them shots, so he's got to be very careful. He seems to be throwing big shots, but leaving that left hand down. Now that is susceptible to a big right.
Yeah, you're right. You know, it's not smart fighting. It's not smart fighting, and when he watches his back, he will be a little bit frustrated with that. But you know, he's now in a good position. You know, he's in the guard, and you know, now let's see what he can do. I mean, this is an opportunity to see who has the stronger ground game. I mean, from so far in this fight, we've really only see Callum really stamping authority by taking the backs, but we're going to throw those legs up at the moment. He's pulling the head down, smart fighting, but
Yeah, I mean, you've got a bit of rubber guard there. If you've got someone with a good rubber guard, they can go for an omoplata, and you know, you can finish from an omoplata as well. But it's a good manoeuvre to get out of your guard and get into a top position.
It is, and you see what he did there as well with that. He kept his foot placed on the hip of Ryan Robinson to allow him to explode out of that and give him a point, and he's looking to secure that again.
We've seen a few times tonight that you know, with people with active guards and how dangerous they are, and I say Callum McVay's another one of them. Very, very active, never closes his guard, keeps it open up, and he's using his hips very well there.
Yeah, he is. It's smart fighting from him. I'd like to see Jay getting confused with his brother. Ryan posture up possibly a little bit here if he can, but you know, not an easy opponent. McVay not really giving him any room there, is he?
No, but on the plus side for Ryan Robinson here, he is winning this round, so he's, you know, he could pull this back to one apiece going into the third round, unless he obviously goes for a finish now. But he's wrestling, he's dominating this at the minute, but he's got to be very careful. That's why he's got to be careful, Jez, exactly as I said that. No, because he's got to be careful getting caught in a triangle.
Exactly, and this goes back to my point earlier. He needs to make sure he gets his posture. He doesn't want to leave that head too low, because with a busy opponent who's got, you know, some quick hips, he can throw them up and secure a triangle. We've seen a couple of guys already suffering defeats from that, but no, he's weathered that well. He's looking to take side control here, but so difficult. McVay's just not giving him anything. Very accomplished ground fighter is McVay.
Yeah, that rubber guard seems to really be holding him off. You know, and like I said before, anyone with a rubber guard like his, you've got to be very careful, because you can get caught in that triangle or on the platted or, you know, goggle platted. You can get caught in a lot of things. But look at his hips; he's very, very extensive with his hips, isn't he?
Yeah, it is. I mean, Ryan's one explosive fighter. I'd like to see him in this position, just kind of posture up and laying in a bit of ground and pound. I think, you know, obviously he can hear me from here, which he finally does do, and you know, I think he wants to do more of that. I think you're right, going to your point earlier, that, you know, I think he's taken that round. Very close fight, so in our eyes, I think we've got to look at it as one apiece. You know, so more of the same, but yeah, just a little bit more, you know, a bit more explosive power that he's got in him. Obviously, talking earlier, you know, he's come down weight classes. He's got that. We'd like to think. Well, he would, I guess, like to think that strength advantage. Let's see that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he does have a significant strength advantage in most of his fights so far. You know, he has been very, very strong, Ryan Robinson. Yeah, you've got to be careful with Callum McVay on his back, because he looks so active. However, saying that, Ryan Robinson did control that fight there. Yeah,
he did. So this is where we like it all. Sits on a knife's edge here, coming into the third and final round. These three-minute rounds here at Full Contact Contender.
I think this is where Ryan's experience of fighting on FCC may come in now. You know, and I think that is a big thing. It's a big show. There's a lot of people here to watch. You know, and some people do fold. Callum doesn't look like he's going to fold under pressure, but you know, having experience in the later rounds is a big thing. Yeah,
like to go back to your point really in your opening remarks about the last time we saw Ryan deep into the third, and you know, not all fighters get there, do they? So, you know, having that experience, we'll soon find out whether that pays dividend.
Great fight so far though, Jez. So Callum McVay taking the centre of the cage, and we've got Ryan Robinson on the back foot, but coming forward with them leading leg kicks.
Yeah, he just needs to be careful that he doesn't drop his hands too low and opens himself up to a counter, but some nice stinging shots there.
So if you was either of these fighters now going into this last round where you know it's probably one round apiece, what would you be thinking, Jez?
Well, I think from Callum, he's really got to you know, stamp a bit of authority, because although it was a close first round, you know, I think really he capitalised on the mistake of Ryan Robinson. So I think he really got to be the aggressor. Ryan Robinson, I think more of the same what he did. He had a much better second round, but you know, certainly McVay looking to be the aggressor here. You know, putting his man up against cage, putting in some nice knees there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, wrestling wins fights, and if he gets that takedown, he's got that takedown there now. You know, he's now going to be ahead of probably on the judges' scorecards, which is a big thing in the third round, isn't it?
He is, and he's got plenty of time, but at the same time, you know, the fight is against the cage. This is where you want to be. If you want to get back onto your feet, it gives you the best opportunity to do that, using the cage to your advantage and having that awareness.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with Ryan here, right, you know, he's got that left underhook in there. Now, why is he not going for the right underhook? You get that right underhook in, you can then stand up, Jez. Instead, he's throwing some body shots. You know, body shots are not going to matter at this point in the game.
No, but he finally got up. He's used that cage, but
because he didn't have the underhook, he's been taken straight back down.
Exactly, but a good bit of wrestling from the guys here, and they're back up to their feet.
Oh, that's another great takedown. but he's given his back up there. You've got to be very careful of them judo throws, Jez.
You have, and Ryan's doing well, held on to his opponent. Good explosive technique to get out of that. Whether or not he'll be able to do that again, I don't know, and he could end up in a dangerous position, which he is.
And he's gone for that triangle again. He's in a bit of a different position this time, but I don't think he's going to get that from where he is. He needs to rotate his hips out. Yes, that's what he needs to do.
But Ryan doing well there, stacking his opponent up. You see he's got clever with the placement of his elbow, putting that down on his opponent's trachea, starving his opponent of oxygen. It's smart fighting, but
now he's caught, so he pulls the arm across and pulls the head down. He can cause some serious damage here now.
Yeah, he's caught, he's trapped it in, he's secured that foot, hasn't he?
And there we go, and that is a great win for Callum McVay. We did say there, Jez, that it was going to be a jiu-jitsu war from Callum McVay, and he's proven it.
Yeah, he has, and he stamped his authority there in the final round. We said at the beginning there he really needed to bring it. We thought he was down in the second. He lost that, but certainly great way to finish this fight against a seasoned opponent in Ryan Robinson. Not a great evening for the Robinson twins. They'll be disappointed, but you know, very, very tough opponents in front of both of them. And yeah, McVay now moves on to 4-1.
Over to Jonathan Millard, the voice of the Vale, for the decision.
Center, please. So, ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes, 43 seconds of the third round, your winner by armbar, Callum McVay. And let's hear it for his opponent. Let's hear it for Ryan Robinson.
Try, keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so